Hello, and welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. Today, we're going to further our progress here. One of the tasks I want to try and complete is building a shovel and taking care of these stumps here. So that way, it looks a little bit prettier around our nice little home here. But yeah, so today we need to finish off the Unigo story. Or no, not the Unigo story. We have to go talk to that guy's wife so she can feed us. We also need to set a rabbit trap, make a wooden spear, a stone knife, hunt an animal, and survive for a season. We also have... So that's what we have going on today. I'm very excited to learn about it. So if I go ahead and maybe not see here. Here's how we handcraft. There should be something about a trap here. We can create the knife, so let's go ahead and create the knife quick. We also are in desperate need of water. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Nope, water's not in here. We need to go down to the river. While we're down here, we'll stop by and continue on the story. Yeah, so I really enjoy this game quite a bit. I've been having quite a bit of fun with it. I do like where our home is. It's very nice. But yeah, so I'm excited to see what the game has in store for us. So we got a taste of the building, which I actually do enjoy the building. It's very nice. Earlier it said, oh yeah, you can build a village, and I've never been a huge fan of building in games. I've never been super good at it. But with this type of building, I'd be okay with. That is something I'd be 100% okay with. So, we're going to go ahead and grab a drink of water here. Probably eat something. Provided we have some food on us. Drink, drink, drink. Do we have... We have an oat roll. That gave us a pretty decent amount of food. So, our quest icon is this way, just in the town. I like the visual quality of the game. It is a little bit framey, but for what the game seems it's going to be, it doesn't seem too bad. It is a CPU ran game, so obviously we're going off the graphics of the CPU rather than the graphics card. But that's not too big of a deal. So, hello, ma'am. Hi, you're Dobranasia, right? Nice to meet you. I'm Rasmir. Unigus told me you can fix me up with some food. I haven't eaten a proper meal in weeks. Well, it depends what proper means to you, but I can offer you something warm and filling. That sounds amazing. There's nothing much to say, really. I've just arrived at the valley looking for my Uncle Jordan. Didn't expect to be done searching so quickly, to be honest. Toshi's Phil. Thank you. She's part of a traveling band of troubadours. We managed to learn how to play an instrument, but I was pretty decent with my singing. Our travels brought us, well, say she's a bard. The band left a few days later. I stayed. There was something in Unigo's presence that I simply knew my place was by his side. You probably noticed the age difference. What? Are you implying that I look old? Nothing of the sorts anyway. So it looks like you were anchored here by love. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, you could call it that. Or blindness, or stupidity, poor judgment, maybe. It's a pleasure talking with you. Alright, what do you need? There's a farmer in the village. She's called Jaronewa. She usually supplies the tavern with rye, but I haven't got anything from her in a while. My stock is almost gone. You don't even want to imagine what would happen to these people when we run out of beer. Of course, here you go. 2 ales. Oh, I see. Well, in that case... Alrighty. So now I have to go ahead and... Here he is. Hey, you're looking at the proud house owner from the valley, and I'm back bearing beers. Job well done indeed. Alright, let me wet my throat with this amber goodness and start reminiscing. Knew Jordan for 22 years before he died. He was my best friend and truest friend, a brother actually. Remember the day we met as if it was yesterday. I was 25 at the time, living in the big city of Jalenburg, where I was born. You could say I hated that place, but still it was the only home I ever knew. Maybe someday I'll tell you more about that. Anyways, I was forced to take care of my own, so I did. Stealing is a crime no matter the motivation. I'd say you'll want to wait in here a bit before getting all high and mighty on me. We had an annual festival at Jalenburg. As always, brought a whole bunch of outsiders to town. You can imagine what that meant for a man in my profession. I could do a day's worth of work in a matter of minutes. Grabbed a few coins here and there, some jewelry, a pair of new boots. Then I saw a nobleman with money bags strapped to his belt, who was basically begging to be set free. I sneaked behind him in the crowd like I did 1,000 times before child's play. I gently grabbed the pouch, did a little shimmy magic, and there it was, sitting neatly in my palm. Just need to turn around and disappear like always, and then wham! I was punched in the face, but it felt like a bowl. I was so shocked I didn't even realize what happened until I hit the ground. My head was pounding, I could barely see straight, and do you know what the first thing I saw? Next? Haha, a smile, big radiant smile on the face of a man with two different guys. It was your Uncle Jordan, the one I took for a nobleman. He stuck his hand out to help me up and offered me a beer. Of course he did. I don't get it. That was just how Jordan was. You see, your uncle was deadly clever, the smartest man I've ever known. Hands down, he could see the world like nobody else, predict things. Okay. If he wasn't expecting you. Indeed, apparently even despite my failure, I was still the one that came the closest to robbing him, and he liked that. I didn't really have a choice, did I? I was terrified of the guy at the moment, so he took me to the most expensive, most crowded tavern in the whole town. Remember, it was the day of the festival. Even entering that place was next to impossible. He didn't seem to care, though. In a matter of seconds, we were sitting at the table being served by two barmaids at the time. It was surreal. My mind there was only one explanation. He owned the place, and did he? Not at all. It was his first time in Jalenburg. It felt like a dream, especially with me being dazed after the punch. Oh man. Alright. I realized that moment a dozen times until I realized why he did that. It wasn't a mistake. Oh no, no laziness, no moment of weakness. He wanted me to see it, to understand it. But he was full of crap. You see, Rasmir, your uncle was one of a kind. He was a true master of arms, and his weapon of choice was his confidence. Okay. Because I'm afraid she knew a quite different Jordan than me, than everybody in the pack. Oh dear, Rasmir. There's so much you still don't know. Our story hasn't even really begun. But it's getting late. Alright, I'm going to tell you a bit more. After the beer we had a couple more, then some mead. If I remember correctly, we were talking about our past, our dream convictions, started making some drunken, absurd plans. Thought we were joking, to be honest. The next thing I remember is waking up in silk sheets. Are you kidding? It was the first time I even touched fabric like that. The ceiling in the chamber was so high, it could fit a giant. I thought I was dreaming. The servants walked in, I was ready to flee, but instead of fighting me, they presented me with breakfast. How come? It was all Jordan's doing. I've never found out how he managed to pull it off. Whenever I asked, he just burst into laughter. Even years after, needless to say. I left Jalenburg with him on that day. The first time I went outside of the town's walls and never came back. That was the day the pack was born. 3 years later, there were five of us. A real team, a family. We called ourselves the Reminders. Easy, my boy. Okay. Well, oh boy. Are we intoxicated? Seems that way, doesn't it? Because we had a few beers. Okay. Alright, so we need to wait for the next day. We'll go ahead and try and do some crafting here. Craft ourselves a spear. Then we have to hunt a wooden animal. I don't know how to set a trap, though. So maybe in technology or knowledge, how about? Traps. Nothing in traps. Okay. I'm curious, how do you set a trap?
Hello there.
You heard anything interesting recently? Romance? This weather we have today, do you think... Don't you think, do you prefer sunny or rainy days? Today's pretty tiresome for me, but fruitful nevertheless. How's your day going? Uh... Affection change. It depends on what the crop needs at the moment. It's important to have balance. Okay. Alright, that's pretty cool. So there's a mechanic. I'm creating a new settlement. I'm looking for good people to join me. I've heard you are building your reputation up. Keep going, and I might consider your proposition. Okay, so I need 50 to try and get her to come up. Okay.
See you soon.
Alright. Wife. Finding a wife is the first step to secure your dynasty's survival. Your future spouse will move into your house and aid you in various tasks. One day she may provide you with an heir, but nothing comes easy. First you have to win her heart. Okay. So I need to hunt a wild animal. That should be relatively easy, I think. Let's see. Where's our spear that we made? Alright, perfect. I can aim it. Alright, cool. There's a sneak feature. Alright. Let's go ahead and hunt ourselves a wild animal, I suppose. There's one right there. So every time you throw it, it gets damaged. Is that a bunny? That's a rock. Crap. Alright. Where did it go? Got it. Check that out. Is it not dead? I'm gonna feel so bad if it's not dead. Okay. Ah, that's how you do it. Where did my spear go, though? Got 2 fur and 2 meat. Interesting. Is my spear gone? It must be. But now, how do you set a trap? I am uncertain. Perhaps there's something to tell us how to do that in the house? Should we check? Chest, fire. How about we go into gates, fences, building, road, handcrafting, axe, stone. We'll make another spear because we don't have one. Farming, animal husbandry, production, storages, hunting. Here we go. This is a hunting lodge, fishing hut. Okay. Extraction, maybe? Excavation, well. List, woodshed. Okay. Nope, that isn't it. Farming, maybe. Field. Orchard. No. It wasn't in animal husbandry. Sound production. Alrighty. Ah, here we go. Traps. Rabbit trap. Okay. So I think right over here is probably going to be the best place to place it, as we got one ourselves, right? If I go ahead and place it, probably like right here. Alright, perfect. I'm not sure that it will kill it though. So I think we may have to kill it ourselves, maybe? I don't know. But... okay, so it does mark where our traps and stuff are. Interesting. Alright. I'd like to fire. We can cook roasted meat. Or... I suppose I could have probably cooked it in the cauldron. Soups, porridges, other. I can't make anything there. I need to get a lot of technology. Okay. So I guess I can only craft roasted meat for the time being. Alright, perfect. Do we have anything in here? What can we store? We'll store that. We'll store the straw. Can I repair stuff? Maybe. That's our clothing. I suppose I could probably craft clothing too now, huh? The dried meat can go into there. The oat ale can go into there. We'll also put that into there. Alright, I think that'll be good for us to keep on us. Feather stick, cat coin. Alright. Handcrafting. Can I craft a bow? Or am I not a high enough level yet? Miscellaneous. Archery target. Okay. So I can only make a rabbit trap. I need a lot more technology before I can make a fish net. Then a rat trap. Alright, cool. So I guess we'll just go ahead and go gather some resources. And once it becomes nighttime, I think we'll switch to a night. So I don't want to bore you guys with all of the me running around staring at the ground. So I will cut back once we have enough of our resources. See you guys in a bit. We are back now. It's getting close to dark, so I think we will sleep and wait for the next day, as Unighost's story is asking us to. We're kind of encumbered right now. Wonder how our trap is doing. Oh, hey, we got one. Check that out. We got another bunny. Check that out. While I was away, I also hunted another one, so that makes 2 rabbits that we have now. That is very nice. We can also make a shovel, which I'm excited for. But yes, we're going to go ahead and drop our inventory into the chest here, eat a little bit, and then lay down for the night, I think. Our campfire is going, which is very nice. If I open the chest here, we can throw probably that mushroom in there. We don't need that. The porridge, we can eat quick. Just because we were a little bit low on food. The sticks can go in there. And then the stone as well. As well as the logs. So we have 9 of them. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and... So I thought I ate the porridge. Apparently I didn't. We'll eat the rest of that meat there. It really didn't fill us up very much, did it? It's because I didn't eat the porridge, that is why. There we go. Now we're good. I'll let us rest. We can sleep till the next day, which is available in 22 hours. Alright, so we have to go back down there and talk to our good buddy. Before we do that, let's go ahead and check our trap. It looks like it's still open. So I don't think we got anything there. We'll go ahead and take a peek. Yep. Still armed, so we're good. But yeah, back down to continue our story and maybe talk to our future wife. We will see, as long as she's still there. So I wonder if there's character death in this game, because if you noticed, you could see her age. Right. Which was... This is her. Mildreda, I think is her name?
Hail, friend.
Yes. So she is 18 years old. How are you? Small talk. I hate when the weather messes with my work. Mud slows me down and cold makes me sneeze. Heat makes me see things, and for what? The coming of spring is like a fresh morning breeze. Okay, let's sweet talk her a little bit. If you have any spare time, it only means you've been slacking off. Where do you come from? I don't remember much about the orphanage, much before the orphanage. We called it the house. Creative, right? It wasn't much, but at least we could feel like we belonged somewhere. That's sad. She was an orphan. I feel terrible. Where's our good buddy Unijost? Or Unijost, I think is what his name is. He's not in here. Is he over here? Ah, he's inside. Hello. I'm back. No, come here, I want to talk to you. The valley is treating me nicely so far. That's wonderful, Rasmir, but you come at a poor time. My duties as a castellan await me. Of course, I understand. Is everything alright? Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. There's been a murder. Oh my. I thought things like that don't happen here too often. Because they don't. I'm just about to go to the crime scene and question the witnesses. Yet I honestly don't know what to expect. Well, I've actually met a limp medic once who used to say that a lot. Medic that couldn't heal himself. I'm sure he was great at his job. Jokes aside, Rasmir, that's a really serious matter. Won't be able to share more stories with you at the moment, but I believe there's someone you should meet. His name is Sambor. He was one of us, the pack, I mean. That's right, all of them do actually. Here, I've marked Sambor's house on your map. You should pay him a visit. But beware, calling Sambor friendly is like being stung by a bee, the tip of your manhood pleasant. Well, I'm sure you're exaggerating. He was part of the reminders, remember, after all. But don't say I didn't warn you. Alright. We have a hike, I suppose. Hello, little child.
Hello.
I'm not allowed to talk to strangers. Fair enough. Alright, I will mind my own then. Alright, this seems to be that it's going to be quite the walk, so I'm going to go ahead and be right back. Alright, welcome back, guys. I was just doing a little bit of exploring, and I have found what seems to be deer heaven. I lost my spear, so I was trying to get one a little bit ago, and I missed very badly. So we're gonna try again, and hopefully we can get one this time. I need a log. Interesting. Okay, how about if I chop down the maple tree? Let's spook them. Okay, so we can craft a spear now. This would be a lot nicer if I had a bow. I keep forgetting which buttons do what, or which keys do what. Okay, so if I go ahead and sneak. I hit him. Come here, you. Like, do they just not die from the spear? Should I try and fight it? Oh my goodness. Alright. We need to run. Very fast. It's gonna kill me. It killed me. Okay. Whoops. Alrighty. Hopefully that's saved somewhere rather, fortunate to us. So it seems that if you die, your dynasty is just over. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Okay. Alright. I will be back once we're loaded back in. Alrighty. So we learned a valuable lesson. Don't attack the bison because they hurt badly. Let's just go ahead and continue on with the quest here, I think. We'll walk the rest of the way together. Or would I think it shouldn't be too much more. I think we're just going to talk to him and then the quest should be done. But we're going to get more on the backstory of our Uncle Jordan, or Lordan, is how it should be. It's Lordan, not Yordan. But the game knows best, so we'll give it to him. But yeah, it seems that this is a great place to hunt for deer and whatnot. So we'll keep that in mind. But we're almost there. The travel in this game is something else. I think you can get a mount, such as horses and whatnot. Perhaps he'll teach us how to craft a bow. That would be very nice. Hello, sir. I think you lost, boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to just... Wait a second. Look me in the eye. Stop shivering, for crying out loud. Huh, black and blue. You're Jordan's family, aren't you? Yes, my name is Rastamir. You must be Sambor, then. And how do you know that? I was talking with Unighost. He told me that you are a part of the Reminders as well. Part of the what now? The Pack. I've never heard this idiotic name in my life. Sorry, maybe I've made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. Now that's a better name. Damn right it is. That's because I came up with it. Everyone loved it. I'm sure he was just jealous about your creativity. Of course he was. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle. Now that's an amazing coincidence, because I would love to spend my time telling the old tales by the crackling fire. Am I really? No, leave my property and forget where it is. Come on, it'll only take a moment. Just tell me what my uncle is like. How did he become a part of the Undying Fist, and what did you do as the Pack? You don't know what we did? You didn't get to that part yet. Right, but be quiet and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? Right, it all started when Jordan left his home. He was 18 at the time, if I remember correctly. The clever bastard was always too big of a fish for his birthplace. He knew that. But as soon as he could. But cleverness at such a young age always means two things, being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure, very detailed path that is paved with skeletons of young idiots. But none of them was Jordan. Either way, he was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks, and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter back then, at least, so berries and mushrooms was all he could get. Obviously, he needed some coins. Came across a manor with orchards so vast they seemed like an ocean. Jordan hired himself there. A week of back-breaking labor had passed. His hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pains. Shut up. Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from all the strenuous work he's done, went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. His stomach was already full with fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying, and all that was ruined by the hand of the lord holding a couple lousy coins. Jordan was furious. That was merely a fraction of the pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the lord, demanding justice. Presidents were just flies to the lord, discussing replaceable insects. What do you do with a fly which buzzes too loudly? Both of the lord's palms struck Jordan's ear with the strength of an ox. Jordan fell to the ground, and the lord's guard threw him out of the manor like garbage, stealing that few pathetic coins while doing so. If I may add, it wasn't until evening when Jordan regained his hearing, and with it came a fervent thought, a thought of revenge. Your uncle was a capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he came close, so he decided to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Jordan was always ambitious, but that hatred filled him like nothing before. What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. Go away. I can do whatever I want, Scram. I have things to do. You're annoying. Please, 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 please. Fine, just shut up already. Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it. Here, grab the shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig up some clay for me. On it, boss. Okay, so we have to go dig clay. What is this? I'll take that. That's pretty cool. Inventory. Shovel. Alright, let's dig. We got 8 clay. Alright, so I just need to dig up one more. Here they are. What are with all these wood figurines around? I know what I can use this for. I can give this as a gift to the future wife. Alright, let's go get the rest of our story. Hello. I'm back. Here's all that clay you wanted. Alright. So, as I've already said, Jordan wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections. But he had one thing, an unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Jordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells really. Calm, steady breaths, eye contact held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. Ooh. Came up with the plan. Plan's so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it works so perfectly. First, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole new set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman. The finest of fabrics, silk and threads, you name it, horrendously expensive. So how did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple, he didn't pay for it. I said no such thing. Jordan wasn't a thief, not in the traditional meaning of the word at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? Ahem. While wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of that realm and entered it. Okay. Ha, you're absolutely right, it is. It's mad to even consider trying to pull that off, but Jordan, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me, damn, I would have been first to doubt a thing like that if I didn't see him doing it hundreds of times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan. Betting his wife. Whose wife? The king's. So the queen. Indeed. So let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen. Exactly that. You were right. This is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of. I told you that. But it worked like a charm. I still don't get it. What did he accomplish? After the lovemaking, he dressed up deliberately, leaving his undergarments on the bedside and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with the company of a strange man sneaking into one of the chambers. The guard rushed in, witnessed the queen naked in the bed with a man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported on the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife, that would be bad for his reputation, but he could pursue her lover. Fortunately for him, at this point, Jordan was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. See, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one thing Jordan left behind. Except his undergarments, a pleasurable memory for the queen, his name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used when introducing himself to the queen was... Precisely, haha. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be in Jordan's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him in the dungeon where he spent all the days he had left. Jordan was amazing, all that with just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed the Lord that he shouldn't have wronged him. Don't get the wrong idea about his reasons. Jordan didn't get through all that just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was a cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him the laundryman because one of his habits was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kittens. Jordan needed to stop him, and he did. But that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successors. But then, with just an uncannily perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's. A charming young man with two different eyes. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative. But Jordan didn't want any of that, not for himself, so he took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury, left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He still probably worshipped there, I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? It's easy. One for the tailor, another one for the stableman he took the horse from, and the last one for himself. The exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work at the orchard. Jordan wasn't a thief. That was it. He mounted his beautiful mare, left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least that's the story he used to tell us, so nothing of that may be true at all, haha. But that's just how it was with Jordan. Okay. I've never met anyone like that. Don't get me wrong, he had his flaws. The things he could do, his tongue wasn't even silver. It was made of pure gold. Oh, I thought it would be obvious now. On that day Jordan's mission was born, he knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all over the world, betraying life and dignity. A hero. Well, it wasn't like, I mean, yes, you could say that. Jordan was working solo until he met Unigos. The rat's agile fingers could work where Jordan's tongue didn't, and then they needed someone with other talents they were lacing, like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity. So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance. Finally, the pack started to really make a difference, but I don't like to brag. Thank you for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about our skills. Just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anywho, I already spoke more words to you than I did the last 5 years to anybody, so it's time for you to go, but preferably don't come back ever. Yeah, I don't care. Leave now. In return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to Unigos. It's his favorite, a knuckle sandwich. Sir. Of course, sir. I'm on the way, sir. Alright. I think that's where we're going to cut this off. Well, rather, we're going to go ahead and head back to our house. And I think that's going to be the end of this episode. So, I'll be right back. Alrighty, and we are just about home. You can see our beautiful house up there on the homestead. We'll swing by and check our trap out. That is quite the hike. I think next episode we'll start it off by delivering Mr. Unijost his knuckle sandwich. We have another bunny there. And we caught another one. Sweet. Can I create another one quick? I need sticks, and I don't have any. That is okay. We'll head back up. So we've done pretty good for ourselves. We got a decent amount of meat to start cooking and store away here. We have a shovel, so we can remove these stumps. I do want to try that out quick. Okay. That's simple, huh? Alrighty. Well, I think that's going to end our episode here, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Come check out the Discord, that way you can get daily updates about when I upload. I also go live on Twitch, so you can get updates about them, and come hang out with the awesome community we've created. Yeah. As always, see you guys later, and have a wonderful